I'm back. Welcome to Michael's Musings. I am author Michael A. Jacob. I write gender shifter, social sci-fi, a little bit of romance, and a touch of gore. And we are almost towards the end of our little life lessons in each chapter of Origins, Book 1 in the Curve of Humanity series. And we are on number 12, which is repeating the same wrongs. And when I say that, basically humans have been, doing the same thing over and over and over. History is repeating itself. These are short little videos that I'm doing. There's 14 of them, so I'm going to have us bog down with details on that. This series sees an alien race crash landing on Earth after Roswell is debunked in the 70s, and we end up with hybrid humans. And you have scientists who are like, oh, free test subjects. You have the military thinking, hey, we can have some super soldiers. And you have world leaders, doing the same old thing. It's like, well, can we segregate? Can we separate them? Can we do segregation all over again? What's the agenda here? All bad ideas. All bad judgment. But this series does ask, how do we define humanity? And what does it mean to be human? Even though they're hybrids, I mean, they're still, to their core, humans. They just happen to have some elements of alien DNA. So, So here we go. We're gonna dive into the chapter Children of War. So in this chapter, I kind of show a little snippet of 3 people in different stages of what they're dealing with in this society where there's hybrids and whatnot. So the first one that we see is Jonty. He's a hybrid with immense power, and he's just a kid, He's in a facility where he's basically been born and raised. They don't really let children with that kind of power outside the facilities into society. So he's kind of like in a bubble, even though he knows, they're allowed to watch TV, they watch movies, things like that, but that's the only context they have. And he's somewhat angry about that, but he knows why he can't go outside, because he's an angry kid. So, if someone, on some random Yahoo on the streets, kind of, I don't know, goaded him, bullied him, what have you, he might just like unleash God knows what and like annihilate an entire, block of people. But he's not being used in a military sense. He's kind of like one of the hidden weapons that the planet has. He's kept locked away. Then we have Hannah, who is he's kind of like the personal assistant to one of the leaders, one of the world leaders, and he has talents. He's also a hybrid. He has talents. Unlike Jonty, Hannah can shift their sexual orientation at will. It's one of those hybrids, and also has a little bit of talent, but not enough to where it could be considered a weapon per se. And in this chapter, they're looking for more candidates for super soldiers, and they snatch little Hannah, against the the world leaders, what have you. He's not happy about it. He is really not, because he knows that if they try to like boost Hannah's power, it's gonna harm Hannah in a big way. So, but they do it anyway, and of course that's the end result. And then we have Kevin Lang. He's no one knows how much power he has. He's different. He's not. He has a power that's not really something that the military would or can use. He's not a shifter, but he is quite dangerous. So, and I call this Children of War because we have essentially, as I talked about in the last episode, we have an alien race coming after us, and what are we doing? We're still fighting amongst ourselves. There's still war going on against ourselves. And the aliens on the planet are going, what is going on here? They're still puzzled as to why we pretty much hate ourselves. And the fact that we're recruiting hybrid children to fight for us. It's kind of an ugly mess. And the fact that this wasn't a hard chapter to write, because you see it all the time. You see it every day. You turn on the news, or you listen to the radio or what have you, and you see it. And it's mostly children being affected. So I guess this was kind of it's hard for me to look at that stuff. I stopped watching a lot of news. I mean, I'll do it like, maybe twice a week, because I still, as a sci-fi writer, I still need to be up on current events. Yeah, you can make it all up, but if it's part of reality, it'll come across better. So, yeah, people are always fighting each other in wars, occupations. There's insurgents. It's a mess, and I fear that we will not see humanity come together as one race for probably generations to come. And that's kind of disheartening. This kind of sucks. The lesson for that is basically, we need to find common goals to unite us all, to be the one race that we are. Whew. Well, that's all I got for this one. If you like these, short, not so sweet, debates, hit the like button. I'm always down for, honest discussions, honest feedback. If you want to hear more, there's only 2 left. So if you've gotten this far, you might as well make it to the end. And hit the subscribe button, because like I said, I'm going to be going into book 2. There might not be left license. I'm just going to kind of do some kind of recaps of what's in them. Try not to spoil it all for you. If you want to see more of my works, because I have, God, how many titles I have now? Like 18? Yeah, so I have a few things you can browse through and find that you might like. My website is in the description below, and also Smashwords their summer sale for July is still going, so you can pick up book 1 for free until the end of July, and I will post the link for that down there as well. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope to see you at the next video, and may the universe grant all that you desire. So I'll see you again. Bye. Oh yeah. He says bye to you.